Yes. Everybody, hope everybody's doing well today on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I don't do videos this early in the day, but usually I do them a lot later. But honestly, big up to everybody watching. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Even if you're a Chelsea fan and you don't necessarily watch all my content, please do check out the channel and subscribe if you guys are new. I got my boy Carefree Lewis in the building today, and we're gonna have to talk about it. We're gonna have to talk about a little bit of Arsenal versus Chelsea, or should I say Chelsea versus Arsenal, as it is your ground that we're traveling to, which has been a pretty good hunting ground for us as of late. You know what? Maybe let's start there before we go any further. You know, I like to do this thing, Lewis, where I reminisce about previous matchups that we've had, and if I just pull up our last,
yeah, it's because you can do with this fixture.
Nah, I do even with fixtures that have not been good. But look at this.
Enough.
Look at this. What is this? Since I don't know how many years this is, but 15 wins, 10 draws. Pretty even.
It's our full Premier League record.
I think so.
Fairs, I thought you had more than us.
That's since the Premier League became the Premier League, I guess, because you guys dominated for a stretch. Like, if I go back as far as I can, 2010, you look at that.
But like, I remember before, when we knocked you out the Champions League in 2004, I think that was our first win against you in like 8 years or something like that. I remember we beat you 5-0 in a League Cup game.
So 2010, you got the 2-0 to Chelsea, 3-1 to Arsenal, 5-3 to Arsenal away at Stamford Bridge. I don't remember.
Hat trick.
I don't remember too much negative.
Tactics killed us in that game. Man, we're doing high lines with JT.
What was going on with your team then?
Huh?
What was going on with your team then? You said Villas-Boas.
Yeah, Villas-Boas just took over, and he was trying to play a style of play that didn't work with our players. Like, our whole back line was just a mess that day.
Okay, and then this is where your winning run started. 2012, win, draw, win, draw. And then finally we win a game for the first time in years.
Community Shield tax.
And then you guys win, and then you get another 2 games where we win, and then it's just we keep switching. Sometimes you win, but majority of the time, up until 2017, you guys were killing us. But then we started winning the FA Cups where it mattered. We beat you in the league 3-0. You went on to go win the league. You kind of have to thank us for that.
Oh yeah. When we switched to the back 3, that was it.
You gotta thank us for that under Antonio Conte. I think that was this one, right? The 3-1 in 2000. What? No, what year was it?
No. That was the Arteta game.
It was 18. What year was it?
2017, 16-17.
Yeah, so I was correct.
Down.
It's this one here. Yeah,
that's it.
And then you guys slapped us the second time.
Yeah, that was a Hazard banger.
Yeah, I don't even remember which year it was when Hazard made Coquelin look like a spinning top. But
that was that fixture. Just that last one.
Let's now get to the Arsenal away trips to your ground. When was the last time you beat us away? 2019. So this was the last time you beat us at Stamford. No, that wasn't even. Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, that one.
That was the last time you beat us at Stamford Bridge. Since then, we drew, we won.
Oh, that 2-2 game.
We won again, and then we drew again. So we've had a couple 2-2s, we've had a couple 1-0s, and then the 4-2 where Eddie Nketiah.
That 2-2 in 1920 is one of the most annoying games I've ever watched. Because you lot went down to 10 men with a David Luiz red card. And then we were just so stinky in front of goal. It was driving me nuts. You guys had, bring those stats back. 2 shots, 2 on target. 2020 Kepa is a disgrace. An utter disgrace.
This game right here was the game where, what do you call it? Martinelli made a big name for himself on that corner. Yep. And of course,
the luckiest goal
Hector Bellerin, who was getting destroyed by the Arsenal fan base week in, week out, but for his poor performances, stepping up for a goal, coming back from injury also, I think. So that was a big performance from him.
Imagine, we just scored the winner. I think it was Azpilicueta. And then Bellerin comes in and cuts inside onto his weak foot and then beats Kepa immediately.
Look at how much the teams have changed. The only person in this 2 starting 11s that are even on the teams is Jorginho's on Arsenal and Saka's on Arsenal. Martinelli.
Oh, Saka started. Swear.
He started at left back that game.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, even on the bench, I don't think you have a single player from this team in your squad.
Nah, I don't think anybody's. No, Kepa's still contracted to us, unfortunately, but that's about it.
Yeah, but then getting back to the game that's going to be happening on the weekend, this is what they have as the predictions for the lineups. What just happened? I swear I just seen it. Did you not see it?
Yeah.
I clicked on it. I seen something and then it disappeared. Anyways, injuries. Rice, I think he's gonna play, even with the potential toe injury. Rice is gonna probably play. Kai Havertz, he doesn't have a head injury. He's perfectly fine. He was bleeding. He didn't get a concussion or anything. Kieran Tierney, CAREFREE, and Tomiyasu, I don't expect them to be available. What about your guys?
I'm not really expecting Palmer to play, just because they were doing final checks on him today, and he hasn't trained all week, so I don't really expect him to play. Sancho, I haven't heard anything about, so I think he should be fit. And yeah. Other than that, I think it'll be the same lineup as Manchester United. Just hopefully with James back on the right hand side of Cucurella on the left.
There you go. And then let's just quickly talk about the lineups before we get into the game and just talking about major things, major talking points. This is how they expect you're going to line up. Do you expect a similar lineup? Both James and Gusto playing, Fofana, Colwell, Lavia, Caicedo, Palmer, Madueke, Neto, Jackson. I think that's your best 11.
Switch James on the right and put Cucurella on the left, and I hear it. So that would be our strongest 11.
You don't play Gusto?
I wouldn't play Gusto. He's not had a good season.
All right.
Plus, Cucurella's been one of our best players this season. I don't think he needs to be on the bench anymore.
Yo, my son's crying. 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. Handle that. It's all good. It's all good. Shout out to the chat. Big up to every single one. You hit them likes. What are the guys saying? We haven't even looked at the chat still. Thoughts on Palmer? 75% chance playing against Arsenal. I don't think he plays. It feels like we just be rushing him into starting because it's Cole Palmer. And nah, I'd rather not do that. If he's not ready to play, don't play, because then he's going to have a bad game and everyone's going to talk about, oh, Palmer don't turn up in big matches and all of that. I can't be bothered.
No, but Cole Palmer compared to Bukayo Saka is historically known for stepping up in all these big games, where Cole Palmer just doesn't have the same track record. Yes,
I don't really believe that, though. I think it's more of a recency thing.
No, because
like United, he was quiet. Liverpool, he was bad. Like United, I think was quiet more than bad. Before that,
Man City played penalties.
City away. No, City this season, it was like 30 minutes of preseason, first match day. I don't really have anything against him for that one. Last season, Man United goes without saying. Tottenham away, brilliant performance. Arsenal at home, he won man of the match. City at home, I think he won man of the match. I have to double check that one. City away, another good performance. Who else? Who else are you missing? Liverpool, he didn't play the home game, didn't turn up at Anfield. Am I missing another Big Six team? No, I'm not. But those are the ones he turned up in last season.
I think the main thing that I've been seeing all over socials is the fake crying image with him having 6.7, 6.2s, and 6.9s against Manchester United, Man City, and Liverpool, where he didn't get a goal or an assist. And in the games where you guys won 4-0 and 6-0, he had a massive haul in both games. And outside of that, it's been relatively quiet.
So again, United, Spurs, good games. City, Arsenal, also good games. They're all from last season. It's just this season where he's been a little bit quieter. That's why I'm saying for the Arsenal game, if he ain't fit, don't play him. I can't be bothered for this narrative.
No, but if you don't play him, do you really trust you still have the same level of creativity without him?
Oh, we're obviously gonna miss Palmer, but same way, like our attack is a lot stronger now than it was last season. So, like, if we believe in our attacking depth, then here's the game to show that. Here's the game for Nkunku to have a chance.
He looked okay when he was walking around the other day with the kids and everything before the Noah game. I think he's going to play. I think this whole thing is just mind games or like what they do. You know what I mean?
He ain't trained all week. That ain't mind games.
Yeah, I gotta be careful, bro. I literally just searched Cole Palmer and a mad thing popped up. What the hell's going on?
No, what? Well, on Twitter?
Yeah, you know Twitter, bro. They madness.
Yeah, that's why I double check everything before I bring the screen up.
Yeah. As for your goalkeeper situation, it looked like it might be solved soon, as you guys want the goalkeeper from Leicester.
Hey, anyone but Sanchez. I hear it. It'd be annoying that we're going in for goalkeeper number 11, but whatever, man. Whatever.
I told you about your goalkeeper situation in the summer. These guys they didn't know what they're doing with that. But it seems like your attack and your midfield and your defense is your attack and your midfield, you've sorted it out to a certain degree. This kid, man.
So what was it? Yeah, I said with Sanchez, I'd give him the start of the season. He ain't changed. He ain't changed at all. Like, he's had better games. I could say he's improved on last season. It's still not good enough. Because as a goalkeeper, you're still making too many errors. Brighton, both goals you played a part in. Liverpool, you were poor and you nearly gave away 2 goals yourself. What are the other ones? Forest kind of saved the game for us, nearly cost us the game too. United had a good game, but then cost us a penalty. I think Newcastle, he passed to Newcastle players more than Chelsea players.
Newcastle, he was bad. I think his worst game has to be the Brighton game, though. That Brighton game is a sackable offense. Like what he was.
The maddest thing is we could run through an entire list of games, including the last time you lot came to the bridge. He single-handedly threw that game.
I think he lacks discipline and concentration. Like he just those are the main things that I look at him. I'm like he's not disciplined enough to understand. I trust my defender in this situation to not be all the way on one side of the goal. And then also he lacks the concentration to understand what certain situations like the penalty. Why you didn't
have to just a straight bozo. Oh, I won't even like because he'll have good games and then do something stupid.
And
so like that's the thing, he's got a bozo gene.
Similar to Raya, he comes off his line a lot. He's like always sitting at the top of the box.
Sometimes he does the sweeper thing. Sometimes I don't really see him come out of his box too much.
No, I mean like when your team is higher up the pitch, he doesn't, and it's like a counter. Is he the kind of person who would come far out of the box on a one-on-one to stop it, or would he wait on the line?
I'll be so real. I don't think I can answer that question.
Have you not had any situations like that all season?
Nah, not really.
Because you know, Alisson will stay on the line and wait, make the player make a decision.
Nah, I haven't seen us be in that situation a lot this season. I won't front.
All right, what am I doing? Let's. I'm trying to find. So enough about Chelsea for a second. You know, Arsenal. We've been going through a tough patch, bro. And you've seen the civil war yesterday on your channel. Big up to everyone in the comment section. People saying recency bias with Cole Palmer. You know what? People don't rate players if they're not performing consistently, and even when they are performing consistently, they're going to nitpick penalties, they're going to nitpick set pieces. Cole Palmer's just going through the same thing Bukayo Saka is, but when it comes
not even that annoyed by it. This is what comes when you say your player's the best in the league. It is what it is.
I know,
but ultimately I don't think he don't turn up in big games. I just think like right now, little bit of a poor patch. That's all that is.
I think Mo Salah and Bukayo Saka are slightly bigger big game players than him, though. And I don't think that's an insult.
I don't think it's an insult either. I could agree with Salah. Saka turns up in big games, but I think Palmer does as well. It's just a longevity argument because they've been doing it for a longer period.
Yeah. Let's get into the Arsenal lineup. The Arsenal lineup is going to be Raya, Timber, White, Saliba, Gabriel in the centre back pairing. I think Ødegaard will start. I think Partey will start. I think Rice will start. I think the attack is going to be the same as always: Saka, Havertz, and Martinelli. And with this lineup, you now have the threat of having Trossard off the bench rather than him stinking it up as a starter. He can come off the bench and cause havoc. We have a solid back line. We finally have our solid back line, and what I think is our best midfield will be starting against you, hopefully. And with this team, I'm very confident we can hold on to the ball better. We can have better games because against Liverpool and Man City, bro, with Trossard in that midfield, we were not able to hold on to the ball. We were literally giving away the ball sloppy the whole time, and we still were putting out decent performances. And my manager said something earlier today, Mikel Arteta, and a lot of people think it's deflection or it's bullshit. But he said something that was really important. When a journalist asked him about Arsenal's poor form away from home this season, he said you have to have the context. We played away. We played with 10 men in 2 of them, and some of the grounds that we went to are the toughest grounds in the league: Aston Villa, Man City, Tottenham. Just for an example, Newcastle. So it's not like
one of those are down to 10 men.
No. We were also down to 10 men versus Bournemouth away. That was another game away from home where we were down to 10 men. And coincidentally, the 2 games where we dropped points, 2 of those games where we dropped points, we were down to 10 men. The other one, we comprehensively got beat by a 1-goal margin by Newcastle. And I'm not looking at this whole situation and saying, oh, the season is like a complete mess. Everything is disgusting. We've gone backwards. No, I don't echo the remarks of everybody else on the stream yesterday, because I believe the situation we're in right now can easily be overturned. Martin Ødegaard by himself could overturn it. Do you know how good of a chance creator Martin Ødegaard is? Do you know how good of a...
You actually think Ødegaard starts though?
Yeah. Not only does Ødegaard start, Ødegaard reignites our season, Lewis.
No. Like, not speaking about his ability. I mean, do you genuinely think he starts tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm surprised by that. He had 2 minutes.
Bro, he is ready to play. The only reason why they didn't risk him versus Inter is because he's been training for like 2 weeks now.
But I mean, you were in a losing situation at Inter Milan, and
yeah,
you
but
didn't bring him on.
He's also started other guys from absolutely 0 minutes to starting. He's done it before numerous times. There's not your manager did it with Reece James. Why are we acting like this is something unnormal? It's very common. It's very common.
But like with Reece James again, like he was in a position where we could have done that too. It's just with Ødegaard, you're in a position where you're not winning. You need to take something from the game against Inter, and you never turned to him, even when he was ready to play. That says to me that he wasn't ready at all, because he didn't even give him 20, 30 minutes.
Hey, I think Arteta playing him even a second versus Inter tells me that he's ready to play. And I think if he's ready to play, I think he reignites our season, Lewis. I think this
I hear that. I agree with you on that.
Look at our performances versus Man City, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Aston Villa, and Liverpool, and you look at the XG that we created, the lack of goals that we created from open play. I think with Martin Ødegaard in that team, we create way more. Also, last year, he had the most chances created in open play than any other player in the Premier League. He was the most creative player in the Premier League. Now, no disrespect to Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, Bruno Fernandes, or Kulusevski. Those guys were the top 4 behind him. But in my opinion, him coming back, we not only get our attack flowing better, we are able to manage games better and control possession a lot easier. And did you know we played 116 games in the league with Martin Ødegaard and only 25 without him? And in the 25 that we played without him, we've only won 48%.
I rate Ødegaard. I rate him a lot. That's why, like, obviously don't celebrate injuries or anything like that, but missing Ødegaard meant it would be a lot easier for us to handle you guys. Just stick 2 guys on Bukayo Saka, and I don't think you guys do anything in open play. I just become worried about you at set pieces. Now, if Ødegaard's back and he's fully firing, might be a bit of a different beast that we're dealing with. But I say that, we still handled you guys the last time at the Bridge. It just came down to the Sanchez stinker, and then the momentum turned.
To be honest, you guys gave us a shock. You guys gave us a shock at the Bridge that day. You guys took a lead, and it's been shown that if that's the method to take points off Arsenal. If you get an early lead against Arsenal, we struggle to come back. We struggle to come back from losing positions and go on to win. We just haven't had that ability to overturn major deficits and go on to win. So we need to show that we can do that versus you guys if we do go down to 1-0. But if you guys go up 1-0, Lewis, you should have utmost confidence you're going to get something from that game. If we score first, it could.
I ain't gonna do any utmost confidence with Robert Sanchez in goal.
If we score first, it could be lights out. We could just see out the game and cause you guys and be defensively resolute for the rest of the 90.
One little set piece header and then just drop back.
You know what? You speak about set pieces. We've scored 5 goals from set pieces in 15 games. It's not really the same level as last year. Last year we had 13 set pieces the whole season, and if you include penalties, we from just set plays that were not open play goals.
I know, but it's like we're not good at set pieces. That's the bigger thing. You guys are great at them, and
but you guys have height now. At least you have Jackson, you have your center backs that are.
Yeah, but I mean, we've still been shaky on set pieces. That's the thing. That's why I said I don't think it's a walk in the park at all against us, even though I think we can handle you in open play, because I think we give away a few corners. They're going to be a big issue for us.
How much do you think you'd miss Cole Palmer if he doesn't play?
We definitely would miss him, but I think we're more protected in that situation now than we were last season. When we went to the Emirates last season, no Palmer, no Gusto, I literally went there knowing we were losing. It was just, okay, keep it respectful and give me an opportunity to sing about the Champions League without feeling too embarrassed. No, we got whooped 5-0.
I seen a stat. Cole Palmer, since he joined Chelsea, is first in goals, first in assists, first in shots, first in chances, big chances created,
No sign of Palmer in training yet, done.
Literally everything, every single statistic. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
You kidding me? Who reported that?
Cole Palmer, since joining Chelsea, statistically, in the Premier League and for Chelsea, is first at everything. And in the Premier League, he's second, first, third, fifth, 14th, second, 11th. So if he's not there, you guys are in big trouble.
He ain't gonna be there, bro.
Nah, he's gonna be there,
bro. Like the aggregators just said he's not been pictured in training again. It's done. He ain't
no, but listen, we didn't have Saka and Thing pictured in training ahead of the game versus Liverpool. It's normal. Until I see the team sheet where he's not selected, I will believe that Cole Palmer is starting.
Bro, I don't even want him playing if he ain't been training for a week. Like, what is the point? You're just putting him there because he's a big name.
I think if he walks into the team, he's still better than everybody. And you know what? Let me show you Declan Rice's numbers, because before we talk about Caicedo and Rice, Declan Rice in Arsenal, matches played, he's played the most matches, played the second most minutes, had actually the 6th most goals last season for Arsenal, and like 11th amongst midfielders in the Premier League. He had the 3rd most assists. He had 9 assists last year for Arsenal. He goals and assists for our team. He was 4th, 8th in the Premier League for midfielders. Chances created 3rd, 16th in the Premier League. Chances created from set pieces 6th, 8th in the Premier League. Successful passes 3rd, 4th in the Premier League. Passes into your opponent's half, number 1 for Arsenal, 3rd for Thing. And this is gonna now take me over to the Caicedo thing. Everyone has been talking about Caicedo, Rice, and I know where you stand on. You think Caicedo is a better player than Rice, and you think he's been a better player than Rice. I think Rice is painted with a terrible brush. I don't see many people who diss Caicedo and say he's a terrible player. I don't see too many people who say Caicedo is not a good player. He's not capable of playing long passes or through balls. He does that all the time. I've seen it.
Even last season, the argument was only for the price tag and everything. It was because we were 14th and 13th half of the season. I didn't put that down to him. I put that down to literally everything else.
Big up everyone in the chat. We got over 96 people in the chat. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button while you guys are here.
Smash them likes.
And if you guys came from Carefree Lewis community, big up to you guys also. But let me just show you this. So you know that I know that Caicedo has this in his locker, and I always see him make these kind of passes. You know, Declan Rice can do these kind of passes also, but it's just people diss him. They make it seem like he's not capable of making these plays.
I barely see Rice do that, though. That's the thing. Rice just seems like a much more conservative-minded player for me.
All right. Now, this has been the main thing that's been trending for the last couple of days. Declan Rice's numbers this year compared to Caicedo's numbers this year. I don't think that's really fair to look at the totality of this year's numbers compared to last year's. I mean, this year's comparing the two. Your boy's played way more minutes, has had way more involvement, and my guy has missed a game and also had a red card, plus missed a game through injury. If we compare last year's numbers, it's a little bit closer. And this is where I think people can actually realize that duels and ball recoveries, a little bit because of how bad
you
guys
still
were.
Nearly matched him for passes completed. Blood.
Yeah, so it's like when we actually talk about Declan Rice, he can't pass the ball forward. He passes the ball forward more than Caicedo last season. He made more successful completed passes. He won more aerial duels. Yes, you guys had more ball recoveries and duels, but I would put that down to the fact that your team was facing a little bit more pressure because of how poor at times you guys were. And then,
yep,
totally agree. When you look at interceptions and tackles, they're pretty close. So this whole thing that one guy is superior to the other in many different ways is crazy to me.
Wow, I'm even more impressed by Caicedo looking at this because of the messy structure we had him in. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Because he's nearly matched Rice on everything.
I'm giving him credit. I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just saying.
No. Like this is the first time I've seen this.
In a key area where Declan Rice gets criticized, he's up there.
Woohoo! Give Brighton another 10 million, man. Oh my goodness. Actually, no. We took Sanchez from him.
I love how you flip this. Listen, this whole piece is about praising Caicedo and Declan Rice, and instead of doing this whole thing about just bashing them against each other. I think they're both quality players. I think I would have taken both of them on my club.
No, I just genuinely never saw this last season's one. I'm shocked. Wow.
Are you not impressed by Declan Rice's passing stats also, since you are one of the people who say he can't?
Yeah, Rice was much better for you guys last season. Like, the genders aside, like I won't try and take that away from him. I think it's more like since April, I think he's dropped off a little bit since April. But yeah, last season Declan Rice was class for you. I just didn't see that sheet. Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
With everything that I just said, I still do think Declan Rice and Caicedo are slightly different players. They're not exactly the same. But if I were to say who's the more complete player, who I would prefer, I'd rather have my guy, obviously. I have Declan Rice. You'd rather have Caicedo. But I wanted Caicedo at Arsenal. So it just goes to tell you how much I rate him. You didn't want Declan Rice at your club. You just don't rate him at all.
Nah, it's too much money for me for what he brings. Like, he's good defensively, but I don't really rate him offensively enough. Caicedo, I've always thought had a much better.
He had 7 goals, 9 assists last season.
I need to see the goals. I think a lot of them came from corners, no? Or am I bugging?
The assists, yeah, probably. But the goals came from the goals were like the goal versus your team, the goal versus Manchester United, the winner versus Luton Town. Declan Rice was clutch.
United was a corner.
Yeah,
Luton was that a cross or a set piece?
I think it was a set play. It was a header.
And what was the other one? Sanchez from
distance. I don't even remember the rest of the goals. But
Caicedo only had like 1 goal last season. It was from the halfway line.
Caicedo really and truly has not been involved with GA. That's not been his role.
Nah, because we literally sent it last season. We had him playing a DM role by himself with 0 support. Literally 40 yards. He had no reason to go further up the pitch because he was the only one protecting the defense.
All right, so let's get into it now. Who do you think is the better team on a real overall? If you were comparing Chelsea right now and in first year under Maresca to Arsenal with Mikel Arteta right now, just the players, forget about the managers and the play style.
Just the players. So you guys got the better goalkeeper. You guys have the better defense. I think we've got the better midfield. I think we got the better attack.
I think Declan Rice, Ødegaard, Partey is
and even with the defense, I could make an argument for.
I think Declan Rice, Ødegaard, Partey goes toe to toe as one of the best midfields in the league also. So I don't think you have a better midfield than us. I think the only area I would is attack.
Caicedo, Lavia, and a fit Cole Palmer, I think matches that and beats it.
Caicedo, Lavia, and who? Cole Palmer.
A fit Cole Palmer. Actually, no, to be fair, like Ødegaard's questionable, same as Palmer, so it is what it is.
No, I'm saying fully fit. Forget about
Ødegaard and Palmer. Yeah. I think Palmer, Lavia, Caicedo, I think they match up well against that. And I still think Lavia and Caicedo beats whatever midfield you put in front of us.
Declan Rice and Partey.
Yep. Yep.
You got the younger midfield in Lavia and Caicedo, but I still say Partey, Ødegaard, and Rice is better. And until I see these guys consistently, you know what? It's not even an argument.
Here's the thing, because that's a good midfield in itself. I ain't even going to start cussing that down, but Caicedo to me is the best midfielder in the league this season. Lavia, I keep saying this.
The best midfielder in the league this season has been Ryan Gravenberch.
I mean, he's had a great season too. I'm at the point now I could still put Caicedo over that, but I won't argue anyone down who says Gravenberch. He's had a good season too.
I could argue that Partey has been has been our best midfielder, as Rice has had injuries and red cards, and Ødegaard has had injuries. And to be fair, your midfield has played more games together consistently. Maybe Lavia just joined. What was it? 4 games ago. So how many games has Lavia played with that midfield?
So Lavia started the last couple games. Before that, it was just Manchester City. But the level of performances that he's shown has been to such a high quality that, like, I'd still back him. I still would. I keep saying, in the first phase of play, Lavia is an absolute cheat code. The press resistance I've seen from him is ridiculous. He's got the passing to match as well. He's got the strength on the ball, good decision making. So I'd put him up there as well, even with the limited minutes that he's had, just because he's shown such a high level of performance.
You know what? I rate your team, man. I really do. A lot of people made fun of you last year, but I could see through all of that. I was like,
yeah, I want that midfield that you have. It's the attack that I don't rate. I don't rate. Like, I rate Saka.
I don't rate your goalkeeper and defense, and I think that can hurt you more than our attack, because our Ødegaard is a big part of our attack. Same way Cole Palmer is a big part of your attack. But people don't realize we haven't had him for a big part of the season, and he scores a lot of the goals from distance. He's a main part of our goal scoring. So
Ødegaard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's been a big loss for you guys anyway. I completely hear that. And yeah, I don't blame you for not rating the goalkeeper and the centre-backs either. It's up to them to get that ratings, and they haven't shown enough.
Yeah.
So I'm not even offended by that. That's completely fair.
But you know the reason why we've not been good defensively this season, and our defense, even though we have highly rated players, forget about Sterling. Sterling's not that good right now. But the reason why our defense our defense can be better, but unless our attack is holding on to the ball and causing people problems, I'd rather have a shaky defense and have a good attack. But when you're competing for the league, you need a little bit of both. So when Ødegaard is there, we have the ability to put 4 guys on the pitch that can score goals, create, and do a lot more. And then it allows Partey and Rice to get the best out of them. If
Ødegaard gives me another worry. Because I'll be so real, Havertz and Martinelli don't really worry me like that.
There's 3 players, bro. Saka, Ødegaard, and Saliba get injured, we are fucked. Where for you, it's literally Cole Palmer, Caicedo, and who else? Lavia, maybe.
I'd say Lavia.
Yeah, so your midfield
and Jackson.
I think you could survive without Jackson. You could play Cole Palmer as a false 9.
Well, no. I like Palmer. No, not in the false 9.
What happened?
I didn't like it last season.
You guys have depth,
I didn't like it last season either. Like, the guy's too creative to put in the false 9 for me.
Don't you have squad depth? Because everyone tells me Chelsea has squad depth compared to Arsenal.
Yeah, like, we'd end up playing Nkunku or João Felix in that role, and I'd rather not. Do it. I mean, he could. I'm still yet to see it, though. Like, every time I see Nkunku play up top, and I even mean the Conference League games, the man just looks isolated. You don't really get into the game a lot. Yeah, ACFC, I know he played false 9 against Arsenal, 1 man of the match, but most of the games after that, he didn't look that great in the false 9. He looked a lot better playing on the right or playing in the center of the midfield, because then you get to utilize his creativity a little bit more. You kind of isolate him into just focusing more on the finishing in that sort of role, unless you give him like the runners. And I know Neto's there. That could potentially work if Neto was on the right, but on the left, nah.
But this is why people rate your attack. You have Neto, Mudryk, and who else can play on the left?
Sancho.
We have Martinelli and Trossard. Saka, Jesus, Havertz, Jesus, and then Sterling, Sterling can play there too, and then you have Trossard who can play here also. It's really and truly, we have 6 players rotating between 3 positions. You have like 8.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Without Cole Palmer, like I'm not as worried as I was last season.
Yeah, because if I go to your squad quick, let me just go to it. If I go to your actual squad, I can see that your squad that you have built, you have look at all the attacking options you have. If I go to Arsenal, we only have 6, bro. We only have Saka, Havertz, Martinelli, Trossard, Jesus, and Sterling. So you have strength in numbers. Even if
we got good options. I'm surprised Amari Kelly
even if I don't rate Felix and all these guys, but you know where you're struggling? You don't have strength in your defense. You have quantity, but no quality.
Only in the fullbacks. Only with the fullbacks.
I don't rate your center backs either.
I don't blame you for that. They have to show that.
Yeah.
Cole's had a good season, but again, needs to do it for a bit more. The rest of them, it's just good in phases, but error-prone in other phases.
I heard Don telling me last international break that Colwell's having a better season than Saliba and Gabriel. I'm like, this guy's on madness.
Oh boy, Don's my guy, innit? Yeah, big up to Don, innit? Big up to him.
I'm just saying, do you echo those remarks?
Huh?
Do you echo those remarks?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Shout out to Don. Don's my guy, innit? But like, I am not beefing the centre.
And really and truly, in the midfield, you have quantity but no quality. Like we haven't seen the Wedding Hall play. What do you call it? Enzo Fernandez is a luxury player. I told you this last time. You didn't want to believe me. Vega actually looks decent when he plays as a fullback, not as a midfielder. And then I don't know too much about this guy at all.
Oh, Cassidy. Oh, he's been decent in the Conference League. Big up to him.
So it's literally like Caicedo or Lavia get injured, you're gonna play Enzo, and that's gonna massively ruin your flow.
It'll help us in the final third because like he's still a good passer, but defensively, nah.
Yeah, and then this is where our squad depth is our squad depth is in our defense, our ability to rotate in defense. Midfield, you know what? I actually rate Jorginho and Moreno and Ethan, but it's still
Jorginho. I keep saying that's the only transfer we made to you that annoyed me.
It's still not the same quality as I would like. And then the attack, bro, our squad is just too thin.
It's just Saka that's impressive in that attack. The rest is just ugh.
You know what? I rate Trossard. I rate Havertz. I think Havertz has been really good for us. And I think I was gonna actually talk about this. Havertz at Chelsea to Havertz at Arsenal. Are you not seeing a big difference?
No.
Really? No. Not at all?
Maybe I could say he's more physical. Other than that, I think he's the same brother that left.
I would say Havertz at Chelsea. Okay. What was the biggest issues with Havertz at Chelsea?
Well, where do I start? Never on side, awful composure, bad finisher, never won any duels, awful creatively, made like 4 big chances for us in 3 seasons, couldn't beat a man to save his life.
Okay,
just a net negative up front.
Let me tell you, Havertz at Arsenal is a clutch player for us. Steps up in the big moments when we need goals. Late.
He was clutch for us too. Right. That.
Also, he has the ability to win the ball in the air. He's really good with headers. He's really good aerially. He's physical. He wins the most duels on the pitch. Even when we're not scoring goals and he hasn't scored a goal, he is one of the most involved players out of everyone in the team. He'll drift into midfield, pick up the ball, and spray a pass across the pitch like he did against Tottenham to get us a goal. He's dropping deep into midfield, playing minutes as a left 8, playing minutes as a 10, playing minutes as a number 9.
Bro, bar the duel winning,
so much.
Bar the duel winning, you haven't told me anything that I hadn't seen at Chelsea.
But then why is it that he's having his best spell offensively, creatively, goal scoring wise, assisting, area, and just overall contributions to the game at Arsenal? Or do you think we're just more patient, or do you think the fact that the team is a lot better around him has made him better?
I think he genuinely lowered the bar so low at Chelsea. Like I said, at Chelsea, I was calling him the second worst player I have ever watched play for my club. He's lucky Timu Bakayoko played. Otherwise, he'd be number one.
For you. He won you the Champions League, bro.
We really gonna do this?
He won you the Champions League.
You know what? I rate that you managed to say that with a straight face. You're a good troll. You're a good troll. I rate it.
Bro, I'm not trolling. I'm dead serious. He won you the Champions League. You got to give him respect.
Man. Okay, well, Ashley Cole won you Invincible then. How about that?
I do respect Ashley Cole. I still consider him in Arsenal's best 11 all time.
Damn. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're consistent. I rate it. But Bun Havertz, he didn't win us crap. He had one goal in the entire knockout round.
Jackson won goal of the month, but your fans hate him. Some of your fans hate him. Why is
they need to get checked. Like, I'd have no reason why they would hate him at this point. Last season, he was wasting a lot of dumb chances. Now he's not really doing that. I don't get it. I don't get why people would still hate him. Like, the only one I know that keeps talking crap about him is Minerals, and Minerals is still pissed that Havertz got sold.
Yeah, no, but the only reason why I say some people hate on him is because your fan base is the reason why he got criticized the most online last year, and at times he deserved it. But bro, I've not seen a fan base be more toxic about their own player like you guys are about Jackson last year. That was.
See, to a point, I rate it because standards and everything. If someone's playing poorly, call it out. But with Jackson, I did not see the same energy that I saw for Havertz the season before, and that's what annoyed me. Everyone wanted to have standards when Jackson was missing a few chances. I saw people blindly defending Havertz through months of terrible football. It drove me insane. It drove me nuts. I'd see the likes of Ziyech, Aubameyang, and Pulisic getting the blame for 22-23 over Mount and Havertz. And I never got that. These men barely ever played for us. And when Aubameyang did play for us, he had to play with Havertz and Mount creating for him. Like, no wonder he gets 7 touches in a game. No wonder. These men ain't getting the ball to him. Like, that game, you know, the run of fixtures that we've had. I've said, forget the 5-0, forget the 3-1. When you lot beat us 1-0 in the 22-23 season, that is the most annoyed I've been coming out of an Arsenal-Chelsea fixture. Because Aubameyang could have had a double in 15 minutes. All Havertz had to do was square the ball to him. Just twice. Not even twice. Just do it once. And it's a completely different game. Idiot has no creative spark in his body. Ruined it.
Now he's picking up passes from the halfway line over the box to everybody. Over everybody to Saka. It's crazy.
Absolute saboteur. And then you think of the 1-0 the year before that. Who missed a 1v1? Clear with the goalkeeper and shot it over the bar. Havertz.
Last year we beat you 5-0. We set our biggest ever win against Chelsea, but it came to lead to nothing. The year 13-14, do you guys win the league when you beat us 6-0?
Nah, we finished third that season. Like, I'm just grateful that 5-0 happened after with Pochettino in charge, because I can just throw it to him and just keep it stepping. Keep saying the 1-0 hurts me way more.
But yo, if you don't have
not just a win, I could have had the double.
If you don't have Cole Palmer, we could embarrass you. You know.
I don't think that'll be the case.
If you don't have Cole Palmer, it could get ugly, because I don't really see you guys as a threat without him.
Nah, like it would be a completely different Chelsea to the last time you played us. Number one, the structure's going to be better. Number two, the midfield's going to be better as well. You remember, we played you, I think, 2 or 3 days after the FA Cup semi-final loss to City. Enzo Fernandez was still on that hernia injury. We played him all throughout that game and then played him against you lot at the Emirates, and he got roasted alive. We had to take him out at half-time. It was that bad. So that's going to be a little bit better too. James Cucurella on the fullbacks, like one of my few rays of light in the 5-0s. I still didn't think Cucurella was that bad in the game. I thought he handled himself on the right-hand side pretty well. We were just getting roasted on the left-hand side. What else? Team as a whole's improved. The attacking depth's improved. So, nah, I don't think it will be an embarrassment. I think regardless of what happens, like, this will be a 1 or 2 goal game.
Sky Sports just did a poll, and they said the chances of Arsenal winning the league is 8%, and the chances for Chelsea winning the league is 3%. Do you think it's that close?
Don't see either of us winning the league, to be honest.
Who do you think's gonna win it?
City. I think City win it again.
City win it again. But
like maybe Liverpool, maybe, but I just need to see it for a bit longer first.
So Cole Palmer, he's still getting, bro. I think he still plays, even with all these things on his knee and everything. I still think he plays. Like, what did Maresca say? Hopefully he can have him in a session at least on Saturday and then make a decision. So basically, if he doesn't play Saturday in training, he's not gonna play on Sunday.
Yeah, and he's not been picked to that training already.
So. I know, but there's been situations where the photographers leave and then the player comes in and trains.
No, but they'd all be waiting for him. I just think that's it. I don't think he plays. That's just it. I've come to accept it.
I think we beat you Sunday. We're back in the title race. We get our confidence. Post-international break, we're gonna have a lot of easier fixtures, and we're gonna be at home a lot more. Ødegaard's back. We can get.
Yeah, if City lose and you lot win, like you're back to 1 or 2 points behind them.
No, but I'm not looking at City. I'm looking at Liverpool now. Liverpool have a 7-point gap on us. They need to start slipping up.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get that this weekend. I don't even think Villa are in great form.
You never know.
Double check.
You never know.
Yeah, Villa aren't. They've got 1 league win in their last 5.
Villa got a draw versus Liverpool last year, but it was back end of the season when they were looking poor. Right now, Liverpool look
different. Liverpool
looks unbeatable right now.
Yeah, so you ain't got to focus on them just yet. You want to focus on getting up to Man City's level first. If you can catch up to them, then you might be able to do something.
All right, time to get into predictions before we go. What are you saying? What are you saying for your score prediction? And just everyone in the comment section right now, I want to see all your predictions in the chat. Let me know all your predictions right now. We got over 169 of you guys. There's no reason why we shouldn't have at least 150 likes on the video. Do it right now. Ryan's saying Arsenal will win. You see, this guy's a flip-flop. One day he's telling me my team is finished. Next day he's telling me my team's going to win. Do you still do Shameless FC?
Yeah, we still do it every week.
Does he still come on? Because I haven't seen him on.
We ain't seen Ryan in a minute still. Yeah, but we're gonna reload it back
hiding Ryan. Bro, I think the 17, what is 16 out of 10 ruined him.
Shit, maybe. I did think that went on for a bit too long still, but
people made t-shirts, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But yeah, Ryan, big up to you. It's not happening, but
Dan
big up.
says 1-1, 2-1 Chelsea, 3-1 Arsenal, 2-2, 2-1 Chelsea, and this is from a Liverpool fan. 2-1.
Yeah, because he needs us to
Arsenal, win. 2-1 Chelsea. XC. What do you call it? 2-1 Arsenal. 1-1. 2-1. I'm seeing Jack Napier saying 3-0. Bro, come on, Jack. What else? Skills in the building. Yeah, it's good vibes. Arsenal are about to bottle it. Nah, we ain't doing that. 2-1. Talk to me.
2-0. 2-0. I'm gonna go with my heart.
You think you keep it a clean sheet versus Arsenal?
I'm going with my heart in it. That's the best case scenario scoreline.
Okay, give me 2 predictions then.
Okay, my head.
I'm giving you an out.
My head says 1-1. My head thinks it's just going to be an annoying draw that nobody likes.
Okay, 1 second.
It'll be like United Chelsea, where it's like all this hype for nothing, innit?
Let me clip this up. I'm just gonna say it again. Lewis, what's your score prediction for this weekend's game, Chelsea versus Arsenal?
Cool, give me both answers. I'm gonna give you my heart one, but it'll say 2-0. 2-0 Chelsea.
Okay, and if you were to use your head, which one would it be?
1-1. Like, if I take all agendas or like personal opinion aside, like, I could see an annoying draw.
Do you think you guys win a league title or Champions League before we do?
The way things are going, yeah. The way things are going.
Do you think Arsenal are going to drop off and you guys are going to overtake us soon?
Not even drop off. It's just more like Chelsea can keep rising. And it's about whether you lot do something within that time period or not. Remember, we've had a whole 2.5 year banter era. And in that, you haven't capitalized on it.
Real McCoy comes in and says 6-0 Chelsea. We did kind of capitalize when we beat you 5-0, and we're literally steps away.
No, but you know what I mean by capitalize. I mean trophies, not the head-to-head record.
You know, I was looking at the Conference League and the way these people applaud you after every time you batter them. It's like it's the biggest cock feelings I've ever seen from a team.
Bro, I see the reverse. I'm seeing people say, "How are Chelsea allowed in this competition?" They've got to have some rules in place for if teams like Chelsea drop into the Conference League because they're too big for it. Like, no, this is what happens. Like when you have a bad season, crap, we're in the Conference League. Cry about
it. Everyone who beats you beat. They're like, "Thank you for playing us."
It's not everybody. Like Ghent tore apart our away end. Panathinaikos tried to rush our fans all day. Like we've had a couple nice ones. Servette, my brothers. Noah, my guys as well.
Real McCoy saying he's your brother also. Look, you got a Liverpool fan saying 6-0. By the way, Real McCoy, let me know. You're a Liverpool fan, right?
I wish.
He's a Chelsea fan.
6-0 would be fucking nuts. And also for you guys in the international break, that's a long 2 weeks for you to deal with.
Yeah, that's not happening. Big up.
But that's it ain't happening.
Servette bigged you up also. They did a whole thing.
Yo, Servette always keep bigging us up on their TikTok. Like they want to be part of the multi-club model so bad. I don't blame them. Shout out to Servette though.
Finally, my prediction. I think I've been quite fair. I did a combined 11 where I put Reece James, I put Colwell.
Yeah, I saw that, the one on TikTok.
Yeah, I put Colwell, Cole Palmer. Caicedo, Cole Palmer. I put Jackson over Havertz, and I put Neto over Martinelli. I just think if I'm going to do it based on form and fitness, you guys do have a lot of players in the team. My
only disagreement was the left back. I think Cucurella gets in, but other than that,
if Cucurella gets in, then Timber gets in over Reece James. Either way, it is what it is. You get one.
So you're thinking just Timber has to get into the 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
As for the game itself, I think it's going to be a situation where we play counter-attack football. But when we do have possession, we're going to try to dominate for like 5 to 10 minute spans to try to hold on to it for a little bit and pin you back. We're never going to give you the opportunity to catch us on a counter, as our defense is not going to be that high up where you're going to be, where you're going to have that much space to run in behind. And our fullbacks are not going to be falling down the wings. It's going to really have to be the midfielders helping out the wingers to create on the wings. And to get the interchanging over there, like Ødegaard and Saka helping each other out, or Rice and Martinelli helping each other out. And if I'm gonna say something, I think we win this game based on us getting an early goal and your defense making a mistake, giving us a second goal as you chase the game, and then from there maybe you can pin one back late in the game to make it shaky, and but we'll come out of there with a win, 2-1, and it will be a close game. Very, very back and forth at times, but Arsenal will just show that we have a little bit more class than you at this moment in time, with us being in our 5th season with this manager, and our team developed to a level where we know how good we are compared to you guys who are still on the come-ups. But I do see you guys being a really good team, but I still think we're just slightly better than you, similar to how Man City and Liverpool showed you they're slightly better. But if we were to lose to you, that's title race done. That is our season over in the league. And we're going to have to focus on cups, and that's not a good thing, because I don't think we're good enough to win the Champions League, bro. I'll keep it real. Right now, the way we're playing, we don't look good enough to play the Champions League. And yeah, I think people are saying fair play, Iga. You don't actually watch my content, because when I speak, I'm quite fair. I'm not this person who's always like delusional. It's just I find myself in a situation where I'm constantly defending my club from irrational takes. And then at that point, it's like people like to side with the irrational takes against Arsenal. It is what it is. But yeah,
part of the game, innit?
Yeah, I got a kid. Yeah, my son right now. Anyways, I'm out of here, people. Lewis, have yourself a wonderful Saturday. Hopefully you have a terrible Sunday, and we catch you on the next one.
All right, man. Worst of luck, my guy. Worst of luck.
Peace.